Good morning, everyone. Hope you're all doing well. So before we start today, I don't know if you heard on Fox Eyes last night, but I got rushed to hospital. I thought I was having an heart attack. Um, I was doing some weights and I'd finished training on the bench and I went to pick up a resistance band off floor. And when I stood up, I just nearly blacked out, like just went totally dizzy and my heart was racing. Um, you know, you think like I'll just chill out for a bit, breathe deeply, and it'll calm down. Like so, I was sat and I was breathing deeply, and it just didn't seem to be calming down. Like, and I was starting to panic. Obviously, I got death sweats. I'm just gonna phone an ambulance. So I phoned ambulance, told her everything, and she was like, right, we'll send an ambulance. I said, how long will it be, love? She was like, it might be an hour. And I was like, you're joking, aren't you? I can't be like this for an hour, you know? And she was like, well, we're really, really busy. They'll come when they can get, you know? So she says, can you hang up? There's another emergency call. So I hung up. Um, and she said, like, if you get any worse, ring back again. Like, so literally 5 minutes later, I'm in full panic. My heart's racing. Like I could literally see my heart bouncing out my chest. I'm sweating. Getting cold. Like I'm losing feeling in my fingers and everything. I'm getting pain in my left elbow. I phoned them back up. I was like, I've already phoned once. I need an ambulance. I don't think I'm going to be here in an hour. Like, and she was like, well, we're trying to get to you, you know. Can you hang up again? Like, so I hung up again, like, and then in total it took them 20 minutes to get the ambulance, and they were absolutely spot on, you know. There were three um, female paramedics, really, really lovely. They were trying to calm me down all the time, like, which it's not an easy thing when you think, you know. And they put me on ECG, and she was like, wow, your pulse rate's like 220 odd. We'll get you to A&E. They rung ahead to A&E. They were waiting for me in resource, like, because obviously they need something has to be done to slow your heart down. It can't keep going at that speed, like. But while we were in ambulance, I think distraction of being carried out to ambulance and them talking to me, and they were trying to get blood, and they couldn't get no blood. They couldn't get a cannula in me. Think that like I don't know. All I know is they said like they put me back on ECG and they said your heart seems fine now. So gets to A&E. They were all doctors and nurses waiting for me, and they were like ambulance people like his heart seems alright now, and they were like, oh thank God, you know. So they took me to a ward, took some blood, came back an hour later and said that my sodium levels were down, so they give me some sodium tablets, um, which is probably due to me because I've been doing carnivore diet and I've not been having no fruit, you know. So it's probably my bad that. But she said it's showing that you've had some kind of event with your heart. We need to take some more blood just to find out, you know. So they took some more blood, and then an hour later she come back and she says, "I'm pleased to tell you that your bloods are all fine. You can go home." And she was like, "It's not an heart attack. They're going to write to my doctors and get me referred to a cardiology department, you know, for some more tests because there could be something wrong with my heart, you know, like irregular heartbeat type situation. I don't know. I've never had this before, you know, so it is like a freak event. She said like these things can just happen to anybody at any time. She says it might be a once in a lifetime event, or it might happen a handful of times. Like, just don't know. She couldn't really. Basically, all I got was like it just happened, you know. So you have to take what they say. So yeah, but I really thought I was going to meet Jesus yesterday. I was petrified. Yeah, really makes one realize, you know, nobody knows what's coming tomorrow, you know. And I think this is why we're all stressing to people, you know, you need to be right with God, because you could come to tomorrow and not be here, and if you're not right with God before that happens, I don't know what to say. So, yeah, but all I can tell you is I feel fine now. They said don't stop exercising or out like that because it happened. So we'll just have to see what future tests tell me and that like. But anyway, that's enough about me. We're here to read God's word. So day 23, Psalm 23, Psalm of David. The Lord is my shepherd; I shall not want. He maketh me to lie down in green pastures. He leadeth me beside the still waters. He restoreth my soul. He leadeth me in the paths of righteousness for his name's sake. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of mine enemies. Thou anointest my head with oil. My cup runneth over. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. So that was Psalm 23. Literally reminds me of what happened yesterday, you know. That's uncanny. But yeah, Psalm 23. I hope it blesses someone out there, and I'll see you tomorrow for Psalm 24. God bless.